In the wild, there's a concept called symbiosis, a process where two animals benefit from helping each other. While those are highly instinctual feelings and based off thousands of years of built-in genetics, there are other animals in the world that find relationships with other animals that aren't instinctually based, but almost seemingly based on a shared friendship. Whether this relationship animals share are based off of instinct or something more, we're bringing you 8 creatures and strange relationships that we're sure you won't believe. But before we get into it, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more incredible animal videos. Some animals already have trouble developing relationships with anything else, which makes the relationship between this orangutan and dog all that more special. Orangutans are intelligent animals and so are dogs, and dogs are so friendly by default. But when it comes to the relationship between Roscoe the dog and the orangutan Surya, it's very sweet. Ever since Roscoe came around, these furry animals have been inseparable and spend their whole days together swimming, laying around, and hanging out. Surya even takes Roscoe for walks. This definitely seems like proof that you don't need instincts all the time to form a relationship. Sometimes you just need the openness of a friend. Sometimes the sizes of animals might seem like barriers to two living things becoming friends or interacting, but you would be wrong. In fact, in this situation, an elephant, the largest land mammal alive, has become friends with a dog. That's right, Bella the lab and Bubbles the elephant are close friends and spend plenty of their time together. Bubbles was brought here to the reserve and Bella was left by herself by a previous contractor. It took one time of interacting to make them the best friends forever. Bella even uses Bubbles as a tall diving board to jump into the water. Sometimes creatures will become friends out of necessity or because they have no one left. In terms of animals taking each other in, this is a relatively common way they become friends, and even family. In the situation for this duckling called Dennis, it wasn't looking great for him. His mother had been mauled to death by an angry animal. He was then taken in and adopted by a Labrador named Fred, who took in the duck very quickly. They say the duck wouldn't have made it without Fred. Dennis regularly snuggles up at night with Fred, and they've reportedly formed a very powerful bond. Sometimes tragedy is the glue that binds people or animals together. The animals bound together by the Indian Ocean earthquake in 2004 couldn't be more different, but they've built a relationship from the ground up that suits them, it both seems. The tsunami in the area left poor baby hippo Owen without parents and left wandering around until he met his new friend for life, which was a 130-year-old tortoise that decided to keep him company. And they've been together ever since. Regardless of one being a mammal and the other being a reptile, these two found each other and made the best out of a bad situation. The mothering instincts in many animals is strong, especially before and after birth. Many animals that have become mothers or have entered into a motherly state are known to take animals from outside their species and take care of them. While it is instinctual or a decision based on chemicals in the brains, it can't be understated how sweet it is when something like this mother chicken takes care of a group of puppies. The chicken began taking care of the puppies really out of nowhere and keeping them warm by sitting on top of them. We're sure the hen can't tell the difference. But what did the puppies think? Well, we're sure they're just happy to have a mom. There's quite a history of animals making bonds as babies and growing to be the best friends all throughout their lives. This is especially true for a duo that is very unique, a cheetah and a dog. Cassie and Matani were raised together at Busch Gardens in the US during their youth. Their unusual friendship was a treat to watch. As he grew up, however, Cassie began drifting away from Matani and becoming more interested in female cheetahs in the next pen. While Cassie now spends more time with other cheetahs, the two are still very good friends and often visit schools and other places together. Another very sweet but hard to believe relationship founded on a weird situation has to be between Milo the dachshund and Bone Digger the lion. Meeting as unlikely friends in a zoo when Milo realized Bone Digger needed a hand because Bone Digger was born with a rare bone disease that disabled him a bit. Since then, Bone Digger and Milo, along with a bunch of other wiener dogs, cuddle, sleep, and hang out together, eating the best raw meat that a zoo can provide. The story is almost as unlikely as it gets in terms of animal friendships, until you see our last story. Dangerous predators like polar bears cannot be tamed or reasoned with, but then maybe you don't need to if you raise it from a baby in this situation. Marc Dumas adopted a baby polar bear that was being used on set for a movie and over time built a friendship with it. The polar bear views him like a mother and swims with him, wrestles, and plays. He has never once tried to hurt Marc. The polar bear is a real sweetheart to her adoptive father. She never has to go out and hunt and just relaxes and is taken care of by her forever family. No matter what brings these animals together, I'm sure they're happy to have a family, partner, or individual to spend their days with. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a great one.